Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're all doing well in these trying times, during the times of COVID and various other things going on in the world. Ugh. It's not kind of weird. Anyways, we are almost halfway there, which means we have gotten to the point where I believe I wanted to ask what kind of videos you guys would like to see next, or what kind of game you like to see next. And if no one responds, then I'll just pick something like maybe Doom Eternal, because it's a game everyone likes, right? Although I heard they got rid of the Kurone. Was it Easter egg? Yeah, Easter egg, that's the word. Yeah, Kurone is in this thing. Instead of Doom, is like Dog. I'm gonna play Dog instead of Doom. You know, these Hololive people and VTubers pretty kind of, it's a very interesting kind of concept here, because you know, a lot of people end up just showing their kind of face and interacting there because it's been proven many times that people like faces. And so for those people who are like me, who are like, well, I don't want to show my face, and I kind of don't want to be known in public anyways, but I still want to do things like this, it's a good option. And in fact, I was considering it, but since I don't really have like kind of the money for, everything is down to money eventually, but it's something I don't have that. And so if I were to start doing videos about that, I'd like to do that. I think it'd be a kind of a good idea. I don't know. I really enjoy them because I think it's good to get Japanese people and Japanese culture out more. Like I mentioned before, is that I studied Japanese for quite a while. Went to Japan, amazing place. It was really nice. They have a big habit of, like, if they don't have something that they invented themselves, they will adapt it in such a way that they make it to their own kind of thing. It's hard to point that out right at the moment, but they do this. Kind of like rock or 80s rock and stuff like that. Like they have, and it's still pretty popular there, where it's in the same genre or style like 80s rock, but they go out into really weird areas with it that's kind of unique, that makes it very much different from our version, the US version, American version. So while it's keeping in the tone and tenor, it's still very different, because it also reflects on like their culture and their stuff like that. So like I said, I think it's a good thing that these VTubers are around and can kind of like expose out Japan more, just because they are very, obviously not all of them, but they're very interesting kind of people, and they're very different from us in how they act and how kind of just like everything they do is very different. And something and because that I have a very big interest in their culture and obviously the anime, because where would I be without the anime? Because that's what got me started in it. I mean, let me tell you, when your first shows were, as a kid, were Dragon Ball Z, and some of them were Dragon Ball Z and Inuyasha, kind of pick it up, right? That this isn't the regular animation style or looks of like American cartoons, because I also grew up on like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, one of my favorites, some of the best. And I also grew up on stuff like, you know, I saw Biker Mice tomorrow or something. I didn't really get to see a lot because we didn't have money for cable a lot of times. Again, another reference to me being pretty much poor my whole life, which is in fact true. Not even middle class. I grew up in poverty, still in poverty. Gonna be probably in poverty for a long while. But you know, this is one of those things that I saw that I was like, oh, this is cool, and people are actually getting out of that situation and doing this. And it's something that I enjoy, so, you know, maybe I can get lucky enough and it'll just kind of spread everywhere and get out of this situation. Although, I guess that's part of me being like both mixture of like pessimistic and optimistic. So it's like, yes, I think I can do it. And at the same time, it's like, but I'm not expecting it to be a thing. It's just a thing that's like I would, you know, it's like I hope, but I don't expect it. And that's just probably through years of like pessimistic thing and still trying to keep on to hope, like my mama told me. That's depressing though. Ugh. I shouldn't go on talking about this. I don't want to make it you guys depressed. Which is also why, you know, when they say, oh, you should talk about yourself. When I was looking through the YouTube creator thing, it's like, wow, what can I talk about myself that's not super depressing, not political, not you know, not full of whatever, of like I don't know how to describe it. You know, basically all the stuff that's not allowed on YouTube and everything else, because I have just gone through a lot of crap in my life, and I have had a lot of bad experiences, or a vast majority of it. And just like I have decided to want to try to kind of move past it. And, you know, talking about it's not going to fix anything, so that's what I'm doing. And you know, that's one reason why I'm doing this. You know, it's something to get my mind off of things, and it's something that I can do to entertain people, which is something I enjoy doing. You know, I like making people laugh. Probably because I didn't get enough laughs when I was a kid. Okay, maybe it wasn't that bad. I probably was certainly... Oh, I should recenter that. Where am I supposed to... Oh, it's down this way, isn't it? Okay. You know, I didn't have a very good, very easy childhood. I know not everyone, you know, most people don't necessarily have an easy one. There are obviously people who do, and you know, sometimes it just reflects on how they grow up, because they can't handle when these events happen to them that are not so fortunate when it eventually does happen to them. You know, like the luck runs out, and they just don't know how to handle it. Whereas someone like me is like, oh yeah, that's just normal. That's just a day A, B, C, and D. You know, all of them. Although it's kind of funny because I actually do have, typically in games, quite a bit of luck. To some degree, you'd almost think like streamer luck. And I keep saying stuff like, oh, I need to go buy a lottery ticket. Because, like, in this game called Monster Hunter, I've played it quite a bit, and it's very normal to get lots of, you're supposed to get a lot of like horns and scales and stuff like that. I have the opposite end of luck, and I end up getting a bunch of jewels. Normally that's great, because people need them, but you only need so many of them in total. And so I end up like with stacks of jewels or gems or, you know, things like that, and no more use for them because I just don't need them anymore. However, scales and horns and stuff, I don't have a lot of them. I was like, you know, I tell my brother, it's like, please, can I just trade you this ruby? I'll give you 20 rubies, just give me one horn. You know, horns are supposed to have like a 50% chance to drop, and it's just like, nope. So I know I have that kind of, I kind of have that stupid luck sometimes, and I feel that, you know, it'd be funny, it's like, I should go ahead and pick up a lottery ticket there, but at the same time, it's like, you don't play the lottery ticket, and usually you don't expect to make money off it, so, I mean, it's just a stupid investment to do in general, but obviously you never win if you don't do something. This is why I'd rather place my bets on, you know, doing this. Because maybe the luck will affect it, but also to some degree hard work has an effect on it. Just like in, you know, even in card games, while there is quite a bit of luck to it, there's also a lot of, wait, he can use that to block that? I didn't know that. Okay, that's something I didn't know. Is that this statue, when it goes back to being innate, you can use it to block the beam. I didn't know that. I usually just run around the guy. Anyways. Yeah, no, I just, you know, I have kind of ridiculous luck. Genshin Impact for a recent game that came out, I end up getting the 5-star people that do rolls from it, even though it's like, it basically like, if you get a 5-star, you're gonna basically get, you know, the 5-star character, but even so you get to roll a 5-star character. And even those games, I ended up getting both of the 5-star characters within like 2 or 3 rolls, and it's supposed to have like, you know, a 3% chance or less chance of getting it, and yet I managed to get the rolls on them each time. So I do get lucky with those kind of things, more often than not. So I don't know where I was starting off this tangent with. I was just saying that I have some luck, and I hope that it can help me, because part of getting somewhere on YouTube is luck, and it's just like, oh, well, maybe my luck will hold out and I can get somewhere. If I don't, though, and I have to go dig myself up from another way, you know, getting a normal job, being a normal person, then I'll do it. You know, I guess I could do something, you know, ethically bad, I guess, and be like, yeah, I'm gonna try to live off the system. But it's never kind of been in my nature, and I've never necessarily wanted to. It's just like, sometimes you have to do it. For those people, it's always kind of had to do it, because like I said, poverty, like my entire life. Buffer nutters. And so, yeah, just kind of, yeah, it's not something that I want to have to talk about very much, and I hope it didn't make you guys too depressed to talk about it. Right after we kill this boss here, oh no, like, why are you doing so much damage? Ugh. It shouldn't be. I'm not doing enough damage, and I'm taking too much damage. Maybe it's because, oh, that was bad. I'm sorry. Anyways. Yes, innocence, save your, wait, no, sin, save your brother, innocence, go for it. And then you watch clip video thing happening, skipping that because I've already seen it. Like I said, if you guys want to watch these things or read up these things, you know, go ahead and do it through your playthrough, but I want to move through this quickly. Alright, but other than that, I'm gonna go back, wait, 1 second. Okay. No, I'm just gonna end it here. And I'm gonna in between go back and get my rewards, and then I'll start off with spending passive points so you can again look at it and see where I'm going with this. Because part of this is actually a kind of a walkthrough and guide. All right. Please like, comment, subscribe, and if you don't want to like it, if you don't want to comment, you don't subscribe, don't. That's fine. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye bye.